What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Morning Woods podcast. Thank you so much for being here. As always, go down to the bottom and hit that thumbs up button. For real, it helps me out. And it also, if you subscribe to the channel, it helps me get on your phone. I want to come on your phone. I always want to come on your phone. I think you know that by now. And if you want me to come on your phone, you got to go down there and you got to subscribe to this channel, right? But right now, I have a YouTuber that's way bigger than me. And this dude's been a friend of mine for a while. We met through one of my comedian friends in Louisville, but he has a huge YouTube channel. His name is Mr. DJ HawkEmDRail.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself to the people, sir.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
HawkEmDRail.
HawkEmDRail. I wasn't sure how to say it. You would go by so many names.
I go by DRail. Like when people see me out in public, they'll be like, "What's up, Hawkem?" But I don't even like register there as my name.
That's just basically like your online personality in a way, right? Do you think the car has come up with its own personality? Like, does that make sense? Like.
Yeah, I think the car has it's crazy when I'm driving, people like stop me in traffic or pull up to a gas station and just go crazy for it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're huge in Louisville, especially, bro. Like the kids go nuts, and I think more than ever, you know, people need positive role models, man. So you're doing something that's cool. You're like, yeah, I got this dope ass car and I'm just making videos. It's nothing out of the ordinary, but it's cool enough to get people's attention, man.
And it's just me and my friends or me and people I know just doing natural stuff. Like,
how do you come about the interviews? Is it people that you find are interesting and you're just like stuff you were already going to do anyway and you just make the videos? Or like, how does it, is it organically come about?
None of my videos are really like planned or anything. I just put my camera in my car with me and my friends or me and somebody who I meet just every day, because I say I never meet a stranger, so I just talk to everybody.
Yeah. And
somehow the conversation goes from, hey, my name is DRail to, hey, let me take you for a ride real quick.
Yeah. And then the next thing you know, you're fucking going 700 miles an hour in a residential neighborhood. Dude, you scared the shit out of me. I was keeping my cool. I watched the video that we did, and I kept my cool or whatever, but like, and I know some people in the comments were like, damn, this dude's pretty chill. But I low-key wasn't. No. Like, if people want to know, I wasn't that chill. Like, I just have a stoned face. But, dude, inside, like, I was like, okay, you know, I hope we're good, bro. If this is the day, it's the day. You know, you never know. I'm not
ready
scared.
For that day, though.
I'm not scared. It happens. It's terrible, right? Hopefully, it's not a car wreck, because that'd be fucked, bro. Like, that would suck. But
yeah, that's not how I want to go out. I need something like glorifying to go out, you know? I need my name to live on forever.
Right. Even Hugh Hefner probably didn't die a gorgeous death.
I don't even know how he died.
I don't either, but no one, like, you know, it probably wasn't with a chick on his fucking lap, you know? Yeah, he was probably in the fucking nursing home and shit. None of those girls even visited him. He was like, I thought you guys were going to all wear like the gowns and you know, and give him my medicine and feed me. And they were like, Hugh, you're broke. Like, we're fucking baseball players and actors now. Like,
they still have the mansion?
Okay, so from what I hear, basically he had a deal with the owner where even after he sold it, they sold it for like $20 million, and even after he sold it, Hugh was apparently supposed to live there until he died, but they changed the whole property up. They did a bunch of reconstruction, and I guess Hugh had got mad about it, and they kind of like went their separate ways before he died. So it was a whole debacle where, yeah, it was like a piece of history, and they kind of just changed it into like, it was just some young rich tech dudes. And they changed it into like just some other fucking house.
So the girl, so he died, and they told the girls like, "Oh, well, that's it.
Yeah,
go home.
That's it. Yeah, I'm not sure that they've had parties and stuff like that really since the 80s and 90s. I think that's when all that stuff, the heyday of it, was really happening. Like between 70s and like, you know, into the later 90s is kind of when he was on like E and stuff. And you know, he noticed he kind of started to dip down as he was doing those reality shows and stuff like that. He was getting a little bit older and. But yeah, I guess he kind of got fucked, you know, as much as he did for all of our dicks. It's hurtful. It's hurtful to think about it. But back to you, because you are the star of the show today. You drove all the way here from Louisville, man, and I appreciate you for coming down. No doubt. Coming up. You came and drove north to be here. So I just want to know, like, did you think you were going to take off on YouTube like you did? And what was the beginning of that journey for you? And then kind of like, did it take off right away? I'm very curious as to how you got your start on YouTube.
So I had the idea that whenever anybody would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would always say that I don't know, but I want everybody who I've ever met to see me do it at one time. And like I said before, I've never met a stranger. Like, I'll talk to anybody at the store or whatever. Talking is my gift of gab. I like doing it. So I was like, man, I got to get on YouTube or get somewhere where everybody can see me. I tried radio for a little bit.
So you did broadcasting school, or you tried like a podcast type of thing?
I went to college for broadcasting journalism.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so that's why you're good at editing videos and stuff. I noticed that.
Well, actually, I dropped out before I could even make it to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you just have a knack for it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. College was just an expensive party for me.
I know, dude. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, you're not lying about that.
But I was like, let me do something. I know I have the personality that people just gravitate to.
Yeah.
But I need something to draw their attention to make them come see my personality.
Like a port of entry to get them to find you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't just pick up a camera. I mean, I could have probably just picked up a camera and just started recording. But I was like, let me get a TrackHawk. And I didn't tell anybody at first. I just stopped like spending as much money. Stopped going out. Stopped getting haircuts. But I would take the same money that I was spending every week to get a haircuts, and I would just put it in a separate account and act like I still didn't have it.
Yeah.
So I was basically saving up, but paying myself for this TrackHawk.
Yeah.
Then I got it, posted my first video, and it did okay. In my eyes, it did okay. It was like 1,000 views in like 3 months or something like that, a month or so.
That's that for your first video. That's very good.
Yeah. But then, like me, I always want more, so I didn't think 1,000 was enough. I posted the next video, and it hit like 4,000. I'm like, oh,
shit,
it's working.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where it's like, if it doesn't hit 1,000 in 24 hours, I'm sad. Like, it's not enough.
It's like, right. So right now you got to hit like 10K plus before you're even happy with the upload.
Now I got to the point where I don't look at it after I post.
You don't?
No, because it was consuming me. I would keep checking it, pulling my phone out, trying to see like.
Well, I think you're over 1 million, well over 1 million plays now on your channel.
Oh, 5 million.
5 million?
5 million.
I didn't look at your about 5 million, dude. That's wonderful.
I had a video.
I'm so happy for
yesterday.
you, dude. That's
2 days ago.
Hit 1 million?
One video hit 1 million. Yeah.
How long was it uploaded?
A year.
A year?
Yeah, it was me and Too Rare. Shout out to Too Rare.
Hell yeah.
He's going crazy right now.
That's fire, dude. Yeah. Do you think that having those relationships with those people before you had your channel, like some of the people that you've had some basketball players, you've had some notable people on your show, especially from Louisville. They're big in the community. Do you think having those pre-built relationships with these people kind of helped you them co-signing for your channel, or do you think that organically it was just the Jeep itself and the idea of just because like I don't know of any other channels that are doing that, like, you know, back in the day there was this cool show where people would do like taxi confession cams.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You remember that? I mean, that's literally the only thing that I can think of, dude, and this was in the 90s, right? And that was on network television, so it's like it's a unique idea in itself, but do you think that just having those notable people, do you think that did help though?
Yeah, no. Like some of them I met along the way. Like I just happened to be in the right room at the right time and just being myself, and they were like, "Damn, can I cuss on here?"
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck
okay.
yeah. I always say fuck yeah when people ask that.
They're like, "Damn, I fuck with you." Then we just built a relationship. I would chill with them for a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? You want to come on my channel and do a video?" And then I went from there.
That's crazy. That's kind of how we met. You know, we met through a mutual friend, Will McKenzie, and you know, comedy doesn't pay a lot, so I was crashing on your guys' couch, and you happen to be his roommate, and then we vibe, bro. And this is the thing I always tell people about you. Like we were out. I had never really been to Louisville, so like, you know, I was there for 3 or 4 days, so I kind of went out every night and I was partying, and that's kind of what the gang does. You know, the guys were out doing their thing. But like you was just staying at the apartment editing videos all night long, bro. And I noticed that, and I told you something. I was like, bro, this is crazy. I was like, do you ever go out and do anything? And you were like, nah, man, I'm just really focused on this YouTube thing. And I was like, it blew my mind. You didn't even know me. You didn't know I had a podcast or none of this.
I didn't know.
And I didn't know you had a huge channel like you did either. I was just watching you, and I was like, this motherfucker is putting in work.
Sometimes
like,
you
legit.
gotta subtract to add. That's my motto.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm a millionaire in pending status. I just got to clear that status, and it takes me doing the work.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you too, dude. I think that a big part of me has told myself internally that I'm going to give up my 20s and 30s and maybe even well into my 40s to work at this comedy and this podcasting and this eventually movie business like this. I'm willing to give it up, man. Like I don't care about social life and all that shit. I have a social life within those circles. You know, I meet incredible people all the time.
I don't see it as you like giving it up. You're just redirecting the way you're going to spend it.
That's true. We're not blowing our time.
Yeah, if you want to do the same thing that everybody else is doing, you're going to get the same outcome they get. If you do something differently, you're getting a different outcome.
Yeah,
you want to be
100%.
Madison Square Garden.
I do, dude.
Yeah.
I do someday. I want to be, you know, like a Kevin Hart or a Joe Rogan or, you know, in my own way, in my own light. I don't want, you know, I don't want to ride on anyone's coattails. And I think that's what's hard about sometimes when we meet people that are, it's intimidating sometimes when we meet people that have more success than us, I think, in a way. It can be. So I think that's why it was cool that we organically met. And then you were like, hey, man, you're pretty cool. Do you want to jump on my channel? It was literally like you described. Like, so I think that's dope, man. You do have a personality that's like easy to, you're a likable guy. So I can see why people want to kind of see you pick these people's brains and stuff, right? Because you don't get to see like the average everyday conversation of these kinds of people normally. Like the Too Rare rapper guy, it's just mostly people get to see music videos, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So when you can actually see him talking, it's almost like a Quentin Tarantino kind of thing. Like you're giving these people a different personality. You're almost making them real.
Yeah.
In a way.
And it's crazy because like before, like me hanging around like celebrities, I would see how everybody else does. Like it would be, oh, it's a celebrity. But then I'd be at their house and they're just like you and me, like
regular person,
bored. Just we're trying to find something to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, I could just pick up a camera and show everybody the inside of what's really going on. It's like everybody's normal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
It's dope, man. Yeah, I like what you're doing, man, for sure. So when did you kind of start doing this? Like how long has this been going on for you as far as building up to 5 million views? And when did you really start you felt you were taking off and starting to get into the millies?
So I posted my first video in like December 2020, I think.
So about 2 years.
Yeah.
Coming up on less than.
Yeah.
Coming up on 2 years. So
I think.
You're at 5 million views in less than 2 years. Woo! Organically too, dude. Over 30,000 subs.
And I haven't spent no money on like marketing or anything.
Yeah, well, I was looking at some of the comments too, and a lot of people were giving you props, and they were like, "Oh man, I remember when you were at 5K subs. I remember when you were at 10K." And I was like, "Damn, this dude's blowing up, bro.
It's crazy.
You're gonna be at 60, 100 before you know it. I guarantee it.
I can't wait to hit 100. That's my goal right now. That's what I'm searching for.
It's gonna happen, dude. And then I'm sure. Are you monetized? I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Yeah,
you're definitely monetized, right?
If I wasn't monetized, I could not afford that car.
Right. So basically, it's paying for itself at this point.
Oh yeah.
That's what I tell people too about this YouTube model. It's like, it's a lot of upfront costs like any other business, right? Like whatever your niche is, like this podcasting gear, like a new car, like it's not cheap. It's like a lot of money, and like I'm paying out the ass. I'm gonna be paying for a few years, but I know that it's a long-term investment that pays for itself, right? Like once that monetization hits, and then there are other markets that you can go to that aren't just YouTube. You know, you can be monetized on Facebook. You can start doing more shorts. You can start like, right? There's so many other avenues.
The same videos.
You can post the same video 100 times. Most of the people I know who go viral have, dude, because all the people who I know go viral and have millions of views. They're like, dude, repost that video like 4 times in one day. If at one point it hits 30K and one point it hits 100 plays, they were like, delete the other ones and just keep the one that's at 30K or whatever, and just repost it the next day too. Like, just post on their heads. I get nervous about that. I think that I can overpost, and you know, you don't want to saturate your fans. You don't want to be like constantly trying to sell them links and shit. You know, it feels impersonable.
My problem is I underpost. I'm not consistent when I post.
I feel like I'm the same way.
I'll post 3 videos every week for like 3 weeks, and then I won't post for a whole month.
I try to never go dark. If I don't do a podcast, I'll try to do a vlog. I'll try to do a short. I try not to let the channel go dark.
See, that's my problem.
Yeah, if it happens, then I think that you can kind of get removed from the algorithm pretty quick. There is so many people making videos, bro. There's a million guys just like us trying to get on. You're
right, but there's only one of me, and
That's true. That's true. Certain people shine through because, you know, the unique perspective. That's what it is. There's a million people doing it, but only maybe a few thousand that are actually going to be successful.
Yeah, which is wild.
Long term.
That's wild. Especially for me to, like, just take a leap of faith and I paid $70,000 for a car.
It's crazy though. That's the price of a house, a small house.
Sometimes I just walk outside and I'm like, yo, I have a TrackHawk. That's crazy.
It is, dude.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy.
It's fucking nuts, bro. Yeah. So, man, 5 million views, 2 years, less than 2 years. What's in the future for you? Do you have any other, I mean, obviously this is doing well, but like, do you have any other ideas for videos or ways to branch out? Are you thinking about podcasting, or you do a documentary about DJ DRail. What's the future for you?
Hey, if I can get to where I'm documentary worthy, I would definitely do that. Like right now though, like I'm big on anytime I close out my videos, it's blessed and be blessed. Your blessings come from blessing other people. So I want to like switch my channel over somehow to where I can make my channel about helping people. But still like me still have nice things, me still be able to live nice.
The monetization continues, right?
Yeah.
And the fan base continues. You just want to switch it up to where the car is not the full focus of the channel.
Yeah, because I really don't know anything about cars. Like most of my subscribers know more about my car than I know about my car.
That's so funny, dude.
Like for real.
They're giving you advice on like what the lift kit and the kind of tires
I
to
ask
get.
for help all the time from them.
That's fire, dude. You have a community behind you.
Yeah.
It's like it's got to be hard to give it up, right? It's got to be a bit of a vice for you to be like, I mean, Ray, are you torn
With what?
in a way to give it up because of all the attention and stuff that it's got? It's a crazy fucking car, dude.
Yeah, but I be thinking about selling it all the time.
Are you thinking about getting something else that's fast, or are you just thinking about just, you know, being like doing like social experiments on YouTube? That could be cool too.
See, I'm torn in between the two. I want to like start over because I told everybody my story on how I was able to afford my TrackHawk and whatever, but I want to like sell it and subtract to add. Like,
Yeah, put that into something else.
Yeah.
Yes, I got you. Yeah, that's a great idea, dude. Build your own studio, or, you know, you said you wanted to make movies, you know?
yeah,
You know, you write a movie, dude. You got enough rappers. Louisville, you got enough rappers and comedians where you can cast a movie just with the people that you know, dude.
that would be.
You got access to stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah, but about
You
what?
could do
though?
it. I have no idea. You probably already know. You probably already got tons of stories.
But what's crazy is though, like my channel, the videos to me are like boring because it's me just being me, normal. Like I'm not putting on a show. I just cut the camera on, so everything I post is just my normal day life.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know what to make a movie about because it's.
I think you should keep doing that. Take the vlogs outside the car.
you
Get
might
the
be onto something.
get the GoPro, throw a mic, a little boom mic on it, and just start walking around with it, and let people see life behind the scenes, you know, and in a different way,
I like what you're onto.
right? Those same people. Let's say you know that basketball player. Maybe you can go to practice with him one day, grab lunch, make a cool little vlog about that, right? That's a different episode. You can go to the studio with these rappers. You can go on tour, be backstage with you. You already have these connections and these relationships, and they see the success that you've had from the other videos they've done. Why would they say no?
That's true, and a lot of my relationships that I've built have been just organically. Like I've chilled with some of the biggest YouTubers, and never once mentioned that I do.
You should ask them to make a video. You probably got some connections right now just waiting to pop, man. It's all about your network, bro.
Closed
Literally.
mouth doesn't get fed.
Closed mouth doesn't get fed. It's all about your network, you know? Like your network is your net worth. So you're already in bed with all these people. You have a great network. You can be doing vlog. We could have did a cool vlog here today of you driving up here, fucking all the shit you guys seen, the dumbass traffic. It's cold as hell.
Yeah, Ohio drivers, y'all cannot drive. We seen like 4 wrecks on our way up here.
Yeah, dude, we suck up here as far as the highways, and we're always under construction. It's been under construction since I was fucking born. Like 33 years of fucking traffic cones, dude. It's crazy up here.
That's Kentucky too, though.
It's all, yeah, well, they put a lot of money in the infrastructure, so they don't want to lose it. You know, they don't want to lose that money. That's how they they cut it off the top, right? We know that. We know that for sure. Speaking of cutting it off the top, dude, and we're talking about construction in the city and stuff, let's talk about, I know it's an older case, but I kind of mentioned this to you when you first came. I just watched this Vice documentary on Vice News about Louisville and the police department and like how Brianna Taylor was killed. And I didn't realize, like,
Freeway.
I didn't realize what was going on down there. Like, I knew obviously there was a lot of talk about like it being it was wrong and stuff like that. It's always wrong when someone fucking gets shot by the police, especially when they're unarmed. So no matter what, it's wrong. So I think that part of it just got overshadowed, the wrongdoing, and people didn't really look into what was going on. But there were a ton of other cases where the cops were busting people that necessarily they didn't have a warrant for, or they were doing it beyond illegal means. And then they were also taking tons and tons, I mean, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars off the top. And so from what I understand, Brianna Taylor was someone who was known to have a lot of money on her, and the police knew that. and they fucking murdered the girl to take the money, dude. That's what the piece on Vice seemed to depict. Like, I don't know what it's like down there, but it's
like the Wild Wild West.
It just seemed crazy as fuck, dude. I had never seen it from that side. So what was that? Is there any truth to that piece that Vice News did on Louisville police and what happened with Brianna Taylor?
Now there are a lot of good cops in Louisville. I'm not gonna say all the cops in Louisville are bad, because I've been pulled over many of times in Louisville in my Hawk, and like they're just
They just want to know what's
guys,
going on.
girls, yeah, just hey, blah blah blah, let me go, no warning, no, give me a warning, no ticket or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, there are the cops that, they're gonna patrol the area where they know money's at. They're gonna pull you over. They're gonna take your money and not write it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make it to the investigation or whatever. Like, I know people personally who have been pulled over with money, and the police take the money and the money's not on their paperwork.
Yeah.
And thousands of dollars.
Dude, there was like at least a dozen people they interviewed, and a lot of people were like blurring their face out and shit. But they were telling them like, yeah, dude, they took money.
Yeah, and then it's like when the police are the ones creating a problem, who do you call?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Because you try to say, and a lot of people, when the Brianna case first broke, a lot of people never believed anything but only what the police were saying. Because why? That's a crazy ass story to be the opposite of what the police say. But it turns out that's what it really was.
It's 100% true. Those officers were not only, some of them had to quit, some were fired. The guy who shot her, I think, was fired. Should have been thrown in jail. I mean, you know, nobody started looking into the money. It's just one of those cases that is just left out there that maybe the next generation of police or detectives or whatever will solve, because it seems like it takes like 7 or 10 years before kind of new people out of college and high school will start working into careers. And, you know, 7-10 years from now, you know, the structure changes of pretty much everywhere.
And that's something that, like, everything
start
that
looking
broke,
back into shit like that.
like Kenny, Brianna's boyfriend, he's going to live with, a lot of people don't know that what was put out is a lie. So he's going to live with that name forever.
Yeah.
Or her mom's going to have to deal with forever that her daughter's no longer here, no matter how much money or whatever. It's never going to bring her daughter back.
Yeah, dude.
And I grew up with Kenny.
So you knew them?
Personally. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Since elementary school, knew Kenny. And it's like reading the stuff that they were putting out about him. I'm like, man, it's crazy. I know that's not Kenny. That's not who Kenny is.
So they're basically trying to smear him in order for the police to not look like they had done a crime.
Facts.
And I mean, they're in bed with the media. Who isn't? What police department isn't, right? These things all work together. We know that. They have been kind of for a long time. It's just sad to see, man. I don't know. I didn't know it was, I didn't know that was the case. Like, right? Because we hear about lots of stuff like this every year. These fucking people getting shot by the cops. And then, like, when you find out that it's not just some cop that's going crazy or just some dude that's being a dick, they have, like, nefarious means, and they might have been doing this for a long, long time. That's gangster shit, dude.
Yeah, think about how long it's
That's
went on
complete
without.
opposite of what the fuck we need our police to do, bro.
And who do you call about it?
You can't tell anybody. I mean, we can talk to the public about it. That's the only reason I wanted to bring it up with you. But what else do you do? Bring awareness, and then what? And then
Exactly. Then what? Like, what's the next step? And people get mad because people protest and riot, but what else are you supposed to do? Like, don't tell me I'm doing wrong by protesting.
it's literally the only thing that people could do.
Exactly.
It's the only way that people could, and like, you know, from my perspective, I'm in a completely different city 3 hours away just watching shit like that on the news, and I'm like, oh, why are these people going crazy? Because you don't see the real story, right? It doesn't break until much, much later. Like, that's the worst part.
And it still has loose holes in the story. Like, you'll never fully get the full story.
And the dude will probably never be arrested or anything like that, which is the worst part of all of it. You know, no, it doesn't matter what side of the law you're on. You should be held accountable. People should look into it. Like, right, the guy was missing from active duty for over like 30 or 40 minutes when he left the scene, and he said in court that he went directly to the hospital. Untrue.
It's just wow.
Probably hid that money somewhere. Probably met a different person who was in on the whole thing. You know, I don't know. That's just what Vice News was speculating, and like I don't know. I don't know.
There's actually 2 episodes of Vice
about the Louisville, or just about the Brianna Taylor thing.
about the police. The second one, they were like extorting women. They would pull them over or something. They would catch them with drugs or something. And they'd be like, "Well, I'll pull it back over to your house later on in my shift."
Oh, and they was fucking the girls.
They're raping them, yep.
Damn.
Or making them pay money.
There was an officer like that. when I was a teenager. His name was Miller. And he was from, I think it was the Fairborn Police Department. I went to high school out there. And I had a couple run-ins with him. And I always thought he was a decent guy. I didn't know. He had let me go with some warnings and kind of as some teenage mischievous things, and kind of let me off a little bit and my friends off a few times. And then years later, I hear that he actually had done that to a woman, where he maybe multiple women, but it was one case in particular that got him fired from the force. So I think that cops have been doing that since the beginning, and it's only just now people are starting to question authority and kind of wake up to the power structure that's been going on for so long. And that's the thing, bro. People need to come together, because like whether it's like there's like three kinds of people. There's like, you know, I don't know. That maybe there's not three kinds of people, but I think the majority of the people who are in control of like the swinging of the votes and like the fucking public discourse. There's fucking black people, poor white people, and then there's the others. There's the people that are in power, and you can lump all the minorities in with black people and poor white people. It's all of us, and then it's that small thing, like people with badges, people with bank accounts, and bankers and business owners. And that small group of people has been running shit for so long that I don't think that there's anything we can ever say or do to kind of flip it on its head. Besides what everyone riots, you know? It's like, is the whole world gonna fucking stop? You know? I don't know, man. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get everybody to agree on the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when money's involved. It's hard. Like, I don't even know what the proper way is to solve it. Like, I give suggestions all day, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything we can do to solve it besides just talk about it and bring awareness to it. That's not going to solve it, but it will keep it on people's minds, because it shouldn't just go unnoticed, man. No matter how old the shit is.
Bringing awareness definitely helps, because the more somebody knows, like, oh, I might get caught for this.
Yeah.
The less they'll probably do it.
That's true too. Maybe other police in the future. I think those body cams and things that we're doing now, it helps. But the fact that people can still turn it off if they want, the fact that fucking, I mean, we don't have a foolproof plan to stop wrongdoing on either end right now. So I think that in the future, you know, as legislation moves forward, people are getting tougher on the police. Even though laws get tougher on us every year, and it feels like there's more and more stipulations and more things we have to fucking adhere to. I think it's like that internally too, to a smaller degree. Like we are trying to police the police, right? There are organizations now that are starting to kind of come up where we're actually checking into it, or we wouldn't have got the body cams, or we wouldn't have, right? There's some good in there, right? I want to have hope.
Holding each other accountability, or having accountability.
That's the biggest part. Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing that they can do. And better training, just fucking mental health training for these people. It's not always some guy wanting money. I think the majority of the cases is just wild fucking people who are having bad days, and these cops are meeting people who are trying to kill them most of the time. So when they meet someone they treat everyone like that, you know, because they're always running into all this crazy shit. That's not I don't know, it's just not a good way to live. I don't know, man. I don't have any solutions for it. It's just stuff that I think about, you know. It's like, our systems are fucked.
Prayer.
In every city, in this whole country.
Yeah.
You know.
Most definitely.
That's a sad thing. I don't know. This took a sad turn, everybody. How long have we been going, Marky Mark?
Almost 29 minutes.
Almost. We're about to hit 30 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit more about what you got going on your channel. You got anything coming out soon that people can look forward to? Do you have any interviews scheduled or anything?
I don't have any interviews scheduled. I've had some artists reach out to me. They're never around Kentucky. It's like either they're in L.A., Atlanta, Chicago. So I got to branch out and just go make some trips.
Yeah. Dude, I'll go with you. I'll vlog it.
You can book some shows, too.
I'm saying. I'll book some shows. Even if we can't book, I can get in some open mics somewhere. Yeah. If you go somewhere for like a week and do a couple of people while you're there, and then you'll have like a month worth of content.
I got to do something to my car first. Like, I want to get it wrapped or go into the motor, because it's slow to me now.
Really?
Yeah, it's slow.
You're fucking crazy,
it's
bro.
It's slow if I'm driving. If I'm driving, it's slow. But if you were driving, I'm going to be screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in control, it's like, yeah.
So you're saying that when other people drive fast, it fucking tweaks you out, makes you nervous?
I don't care if we're in the Kia. If somebody else is driving fast, it scares me.
That's so crazy to me, dude. You're like a speed demon, but you fucking...
I will get on a bike and try to hit 180. I'll get in a car and try to...
Oh, so you go fast on bikes and shit, too?
What?
I didn't know that, bro. I thought you were just I thought you just go fast in a car.
150 is
You're
too
just a
easy.
crazy motherfucker, bro.
I just like...
You're a thrill seeker.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You ever jumped out of an airplane?
Nah, I feel like I'm too fat for that.
Yeah, I think there's a weight limit. It's like 250 or something.
Yeah, I'm like 280. I can't do it.
I'm like 270. My dude tried to get me to do it a couple years ago, and I was too fat to go.
I would do it if they could train me so I could jump out by myself instead of tandem. I would do it.
I'm pretty sure you have to do a ton of classes before. You have to do a tandem at some point.
Yeah, but that's too much weight.
Strap some dude to you, bro.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not trying to sit in between the dude's legs either.
He's like 249. He's pretty close.
Man,
you guys are 600 pounds together and shit.
There's no, that's no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the equipment failing, anything like that, like the possibility of something like that going wrong scares the fuck out of me.
I like just trying new shit. Like I got my deer hunting license last week, and I've been damn near every day.
Have you killed some deer yet?
No, I missed.
You missed?
Yeah,
but you did come up on one? You saw like a real life doe? Is it a doe or a deer?
Well, I seen all the days I went, probably seen like 20, 10 deer.
So there's a ton of animals out there. You just haven't nailed one.
My club brother was with me. He got one, and we had to field dress it. It was different having to stick my hand up in a carcass, you know.
Dude, I want to do that. I think that every man at some point in his life should be made to hunt. Like I'm 33. I've never done it. But I've been wanting to do it my whole life. Like I've always wanted to have a father figure.
Yeah.
There's the clip. I think we just found the clip for the episode. No, but I've always wanted to go
This man's
hunting.
looking for a dad at 33.
Looking for a father. I'm a 33-year-old orphan, everybody. Where can people find you, DJ? Where can people find you?
On all social media platforms at HawkEmDRail.
Follow my guy. Thank you for watching this podcast, everybody. You guys rock. Go down to the bottom, hit subscribe, make some comments. I know that his fans are definitely going to comment. Thank you guys for coming and watching this podcast. We appreciate you, Mark. Thanks for being here, buddy, behind the camera. Peace out, everybody.
Holla.
Hell yeah, bro.